Hey everybody, welcome back to this new channel that I have created simply for getting back into sewing. I wanted to kind of show you what my sewing room looks like right now, which is very sparse because if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm just now starting back after like 38 years, maybe even 40 years of not having sewn anything in quite some time. I am just getting back into the swing of things. I retired about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. We built a house in that time frame. Gary has started another project. I didn't want to be bored here at the house because it's so cold outside and I don't do cold weather well at all. I blame this on my youngest son, Kevin. He bought his beautiful wife, Sydney, a new sewing machine for Christmas, and I kind of got the fever again. But I had made under the counter kitchen sink curtain for our cabin in the mountains, and I made a grocery paper bag sack to put the grocery bags down into. I made one of those. Made a bowl cozy to keep up there. Anyway, I wanted to show you what Gary has helped me do up here upstairs where we live right now in our cabin here in South Carolina. I'll just show you around. But like I said, it's really sparse. So this is an old table he had outside in the garage, and he had paint cans all over it and tools and all kinds of things all over it. And he said, well, you can use it upstairs. So we had to clean it up. We had to break it down into two separate parts. You see the old treadle machine. You see my old Kenmore back there. She's broken up, but I've ordered a part, and hopefully the part will come soon for that, and we can fix that up. And it's just a couple of projects that I've done over here, but that's my cutting area right there. Like, this is a huge area. It's not really a huge area. And here's my new Singer sewing machine that when this one broke, like the first time Gary fixed it, it broke the second time. We went to Michael's craft store and I got a Singer sewing machine. It couldn't keep up with me, so I took it back, came home, and he fixed this one again, and I sewed on it, and it broke again for a third time and then a fourth time. And so I went and I grabbed this one. This is where my area where I sew, and I've got a few supplies here for cutting and measuring. And then over here, of course, I've got the little things I need at the machine. And then, you know, this is me. I'm a seam ripper. We bought this light at Goodwill up in the mountains. And I'm just now getting a good stash of my pins and needles. And I've got some more of these little clips ordered too. I love them. They're very handy. Over here on top of the totes that I was boxing up Christmas items, I was boxing up my summer clothes. I'm going to have to get those back out pretty soon, I guess, when it turns warmer weather. But y'all, look at my beautiful chair. Isn't that beautiful? I think, I want to say it was his mother's or grandmother's. I'll have to ask him to clarify. But here's where I'm ironing at currently, and my arm's getting really tired. This is where I'm ironing at, and I just told him today that I really needed, let me switch arms, that I really needed to bring it up higher because when I'm over here, I'm kind of stooped over, and it's a little difficult on my back because I have back problems anyway, but I wanted to utilize that in some way, shape, or form since it's here. This is my stash so far of cloth. Now, being a retired school teacher, I did have some things that I brought home from the classroom, those Rubbermaid kind of totes that with the pull-out drawers. I've got a ton of those. I'm probably going to go get those. That way I can at least store some materials and other miscellaneous items in there. But here's the old sewing machine that Gary had. And it actually will pop up. It doesn't sew right now, but it pops up. So just starting my thread stash here. And I've just got my scraps right here until I can find a place to put them. But that's it. That's it in a nutshell. That's all I have going on up here. This was a guest bedroom. And the bed that was in here was a big, beautiful bed. And we took it up to the mountains to put in the cabin up there. So I have lovingly turned this area into my temporary, don't know for how long, sewing room, sewing area. I do want to get another table to go up here. And I don't know, I just like more table surface, more table area. Like when I was doing some things the other night, I was making the new pocketbook that I made back there, the quilted pocketbook, and I kept having to move things out of the way, move things out of the way. So just if I had some things up where I could put stuff. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Anywhere cheap that you got, good stuff. I know Goodwills and Restores and thrift stores and things like that are perfect places to get things, and perfect places to get all kinds of cloth. And that's what I've been doing. So, but that's me. This is where I am right now. January 2026. Thanks for joining me, y'all.